Hey guys, what came first, the sitting or the back pain? Well, there are many reasons why back pain occurs. It could be injury, it could be childbirth, it could be sitting all day, it could be many things. People have back pain for many different reasons. So, I also have back pain. I've developed sciatica and back pain. Now, the sciatica comes and goes. And the back pain has been developing over a few years, slowly, but it has gotten worse, I would say within the last 2 to 3 years, noticeably worse, to the point where I actually have to take breaks and sit down. And it's very hard for me to walk longer than 30 minutes. I used to be able to do 4 miles. I used to be able to do a lot more than that. And then eventually it just got to the point where it's so painful that I can't do more than 30 minutes walking. So I've moved on to doing things like riding a bike or doing the elliptical, which allows me to move my body without the impact, and I don't feel the pain as much. I do weightlifting, and that is just, you sit on a chair and you're pushing or you're pulling. I can do dumbbells, and in terms of squats, then I have to be very careful and I do them very slowly, not with a lot of weight. I try to do alternatives. I try to find alternative exercises to hit some of those muscles, or use a machine to hit the muscle group that can help me gain strength and muscle tone without the back pain. And of course, I am aware of form. I am a trained dancer, studied yoga, I've studied Pilates, so I'm very, very aware of the importance of correct form to prevent injury. It's a weird cycle because what happens is when you start having pain, you slow down a bit. So for me personally, I started to slow down a lot, and I began to spend a lot of my time sitting to rest from the back pain. But at the same time, it was sort of like a weird circle of destruction because there were other things happening in my life. And I just overall, my spirit went down overall, and I just spent a lot of time not moving. And I am a serial yo-yoer. I am a yo-yo dieter, and I am no longer going to be a yo-yo dieter because my objective is to stop the yo-yoing, and I have gone up and down in my weight so many times. I have a lot of photos, a lot of before photos, a lot of after photos, and I need to stay in the after photo. And that is what I'm trying to do, to stay in the after photo. There are things you can do to start moving. And so I spent a whole year not moving due to depression, due to a lot of sadness, due to a lot of changes in my life. And I am turning that around. I am working on turning that around. Things were really, like, imagine when things are going so great and you're like, yeah, I made it, I did it. I created all this, I've been able to reach, my goal, and then something crazy happens, something you didn't expect, or maybe just because you're naive, you didn't see it coming, and then everything falls apart. So I am rebuilding right now because I have a lot of experience with dieting. I know what to do now, and I know what the nutrition is important. I know eating the right foods for you is important. I know doing things like keeping track of what you're eating is important. I know that the correct nutrients that need to go into your body, and especially moving, is important. And you can lose weight without moving, but it's an incomplete formula. It's a formula. You have to have movement, and you have to have You have to have movement and you have to have nutrition together. And exercising does two things to your body. It shapes your muscles, it makes you stronger, it makes your bones stronger. And you have to work on that, because you can lose a ton of weight and be really skinny and have no muscle tone, no strength, lose bone density, and then that is incomplete and it will cause health problems. And so you need to work on both. And just exercising by itself and eating a bunch of things that aren't necessarily very good for you is basically being on a hamster wheel. So you don't want to be on a hamster wheel. You don't want to be in that situation where you just become fatigued and you're like, whatever, I just want to live. I just want to have fun. You can live and you can have fun. And that's what I do. I do not go into extreme diets of any kind. I like to enjoy things to eat. And so I don't deprive myself. So it's all about balance. It's all about portion control. It's all about balancing the week and not overdoing it on one side and depleting yourself on another. And so if you try to live in a balanced, happy state, not where you're like, I can't have a cupcake. Oh no, I can't eat this. Or I can't have one chip. It's like you're just, I can't have a tiny little bit of wine. And by the way, talking about alcohol right now, because I am in a mode to lose the weight, I am not drinking alcohol, but it doesn't mean that it's something that I can have like 4 ounces of wine or a little bit of a taste of a beer here and there, but I am purposely not drinking alcohol, but not because I can't. And it's up to you. And if you don't drink alcohol, that is amazing, because really alcohol is not going to be beneficial for you in the long run in terms of health. But I am not here to judge anybody. I am just trying to tell you what I'm doing. And so I am beginning again. I've gained all the weight because I didn't move my body, because I was depressed, because I was eating and I was emotionally eating, and I gained all the weight. So it is a struggle to get out of the mental state of depression. It is a struggle for many people. I am part of getting better is getting out of the house and walking and meeting people and trying to be involved in some way. And it might not be easy. I understand what it's like to have anxiety and feel awkward or not wanting to talk to people. But you have to just really force yourself to do little things, micro things, to get yourself out of that state. Do things that you love. Dancing, painting, playing sports, riding bikes, all kinds of activities that are out there according to your lifestyle, according to your culture, according to, the people that you surround yourself with that are healthy that you can do. Things like parking far away to walk over to the store, doing chair, like let's say you have a job where you're sitting all day, take a lot of micro breaks, standing, stand up. If you have one of those desks that you can lift up, you stand. You can do lunges in the corner of your office. You can go up and down the stairs instead of taking the elevator. You can do chair squats. You just take a break and do some chair squats or air squats. Move your arms around, do side to side. Shake your hips around, do circles, do little things. It's any tiny little movement. It's better than no movement at all. Put little things in there, and every day it'll get better. Things will open up and you'll feel better. In terms of the diet, you want to try to meal prep. We'll talk more about that later, because that'll set you up for success, definitely, the meal prepping. And just try to make better choices as you go along. Guys, I'm gonna leave it here. I have a lot to do today. Actually, I have some meal prepping to do. Depending on what, you're gonna have different things depending on what kind of ingredients you have for the week. So I just wanted to touch on some of those points, and we'll keep talking, and I'll try to videotape some of the meal prep for you. And have a really good day. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you later. Thank you.